Hola, mis amores. Es Amora from morewithamora.com. And so every morning when I'm looking for something to play, like for music wise, when I play music in the morning. So, of course, if they decide to delete it because I don't own copyrights or whatever, just fast forward to the message or whatever. But I was like, what am I going to play? Like yesterday we talked about possibly playing Sister Act. Oh, I'm going to put my rings on. Sister Act. So I'm working with Tiger's Eye and Lapis Lazuli. Okay? Tiger's Eye and Lapis Lazuli. They just wanted me to tell you. And so I was like, well, what am I going to play? What am I going to play? And what came in my mind the other day was The Wiz. So then I was like, well, what song? I was going to play the Sweatshop one. No, Can you feel a brand new... Now I'm going to have to watch the movie. Have y'all seen The Wiz? Hey, Leatrice. Hello, Angelique. Y'all know how it is. Say what's up to me. Say hi to your neighbor. Come on through. Janae, hello. Chloe, hello. So then I start looking and I'm like, wait, I know which one I want to hear. And I listened to it just now and that's why I'm in such a happy mood because I was like, So yes. Then I was like, yes, I have to play this for everyone because maybe they'll feel as happy as I do just listening to the music. Hey, Debbie. Like, it literally just made my voice get really high like that. All right.
What's a whiz?
What's a whiz?
What's a whiz? Oh, darling, here's the ultimate. Yes, the new man, the triumvirate, the man, the honey, numero uno.
Sweet thing, let me tell you about the world and the way things are.
You come from a different place, and I know you travel far. Now that you told me what it is, put you towards the wind. He's the only one who can give your wish right to the end.
If you have not seen this movie, or if you haven't seen it in a while, I think now's the time to watch it. He's a whiz and he lives in us. So if you don't, I assume you know what The Wiz is, right? Everybody knows what The Wiz is? The Wiz is the Berry Gordy, I think it was Berry Gordy, is the Berry Gordy version of The Wizard of Oz. He's the wizard! Oh my gosh. You know I love me some wizards, y'all. Ooh! I haven't dated a normal man in years. Every man I've dated for the past few years has been a wizard. Whether they knew it or not, my soul knew. Oh, magical beings. Oh, magical beings. I told y'all about the one time I broke up with the guy because he had a demon in the house and wouldn't believe me. It was in one of his movies. This was before all of this. This was in 2009. 2009, 2010. This was way before. I was still scared of psychics and crystals and get away from me and all that stuff. But I knew a demon when I recognized him. And I was like, nope, I'm not coming back over here. It was me. So he had this movie that he loved to watch. And one night I ended up watching it. Or I think I fell asleep in it or something like that. All I know is I was in the middle of sleeping. I think I probably would have considered it a dream back then, but now I realize and I know what was happening. But this entity came from the DVD and was trying to mess with me in my sleep, but because, I don't know, I have a shield around me no matter what, it couldn't do anything, right? And so I woke up the next day and was like, hey baby, we gotta put this DVD outside. Like, this just ain't gonna work. And he refused. He was like, I paid for that. When I say he got angry, I was like, that's the spirit. Yep. Nope. And I was like, I'm not coming back over here. I can't, because there's a demon in your DVD and it's fucking with me and I don't have time for it. And then I moved to Los Angeles. That was literally the straw that broke the camel's back. So this is the same dude, and he might be watching. This is the same dude that I had given up a job offer in Los Angeles. I was in Houston. I was living in Houston. And when I love holy, hella hard. Okay? Holy, fully, completely jump in. No matter how many times I get my little heart broken, like every time it's like brand new and like fully, right? And so I'm in love, in my love bubble. Hey, Margot. Hey, y'all. Hey. Who else is there? Hey, Desiree, LaTurner. Hello. Oh, LaTurner said during, is that something in my teeth? There we go. Breakfast. That is when they start coming off the wall. That was this thing that made me creep out. If you're just joining us, we just watched a little bit of The Wiz, and I'm telling my story about when I broke up with my ex because he had a demon in the house and he chose the demon over me. So yes, so I woke up, I told him he had to get rid of the movie. He said no. He got angry, and I was like, okay, deuces, I'm out and I'm not coming back here. I didn't necessarily want to break up with him, but that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And then the job offer came up again, the exact same job offer. So like I said, when I'm in love, I'm in love. And so I didn't want to leave Houston and go to Los Angeles. It was going to be a 4-month job on divorce court. And was it divorce court? Yeah, it was going to be a 4-month job on divorce court. And so me, my friend Faith, and my friend Nyasha were all given the opportunity. And I was the first one that was going to say yes. But I was like, no, I don't want to leave my boyfriend. And so Faith got it. Faith took it. And Faith is on The Real now. So she's one of the producers on The Real. Like, she's legit, right? And so then 2 weeks later, it popped up again right after this man had chose the demon over me, right? And I took it and I was like, yep, I'm out. So then I took my little job. And yep, that's that story. And then we're going to do the oath of manifestation. I don't know why did I start talking about that? When I broke up with the guy, I don't remember why. I'm going to have to watch it now. But it doesn't matter because we're going to do the oath of manifestation that you can find. Hey, Pam. Hola. You can find on my website at hey, Katia, at morewithamora.com. What is it? /manifestation. He's the wizard. Oh, I was saying that's exactly what I was saying, that I haven't dated a normal man in years because all of my men have been wizards, whether they knew it or not. So old demon having man, I wonder if he still has. No, I don't wonder actually. In fact, let's Palo Santo, the X energy out of our space. So what other wizards have I dated? My dad's a wizard too. He foretold the future one time on the news. So of course I would date wizards. You date people like your dad, don't you? Funnies. All right, guys. So this oath is done every day with a partner, spoken out loud with tremendous feeling and emphasis. It can be said many times throughout the day, recorded and listened to, hey Gina, on your smartphone. Hey Tashina, Destiny, welcome. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the lives of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. It's my acceptance that makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare, absolutely, I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have, and I am grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. God is all there is. And I let the God times roll. And so it is. Ashe and amen. Highest will for all be done again and again and again and again. All right. Sorry, I'm getting text messages. Hello, Zuleika. Hey, y'all. Welcome through. Welcome. Come on through. Come on through. Say hi. Share this video if you find any type of value in it from beginning to end. Let's talk about our emotional fitness. Right about now is a perfect time to discuss how we handle emotions. How are you doing, or the lack thereof? How are you not handling your emotions? Are you suppressing your emotions? Are you ignoring them? Are you pretending that they don't exist? No, I'm good. I'm cool with it. Yeah, she said that to me, but, I'm a man. I ain't tripping. The lies. The lies. Why do I say the lies? Because then when you move forward, these issues that you think don't bother you come up with women like me. Whether it's in a healing space or a dating space, those things that you have not allowed to come to the surface and you have not allowed yourself to feel are then issues. Oh my goodness. Oops, sorry. Those issues are then boiled to the surface when in a space of universal divine frequency, love, and life. Okay? So like I said, whether that's in a healing session or a conversation, like when the frequency of love hits you, things start to boil to the surface. And so I encourage many, all, everyone to take some time to specifically work on emotional mastery. It's not having emotion, and it's not feeling and being sensitive to everything. It's having emotion, feeling it, and being able to work through it and not be changed by it. Because if you are swayed by I'm going to say we. If we are swayed by, because I'm talking to my damn self, if we are swayed by our emotions, then not everything is going to turn out the best for us. That's the best way I can put it at the moment. Does that feel good to y'all too? Because this be feeling so good to me. So how do we work on emotion? I fixed my nail, y'all. I have to polish it though. But just wanted to make sure everybody knew I fixed it. So how do we work on our emotional mastery? Does anybody have any clue? Is anybody working on their emotional mastery? Their emotional fitness? I'll give you one way. working on your physical fitness can help your emotional fitness. If you're beating up on yourself, if you're allowing other people to talk shit to you, or if you talk shit to other people, a lot of it can be shifted by creating a different body for yourself. When you have a different body, oh yay, Chloe says she's working on her emotional fitness. Yes, you are. She is part of my 7-day full moon ritual class group folks that we're doing. And definitely working on emotional fitness. If you're anybody that's working with me, that's what we're working on. Emotional fitness. That's what energy is. Energy in motion. Emotion. Emotion. I felt like that was Sesame Street. Even the way I said it. Emotion. Energy in motion. Emotion. And so when we do energy work, you are going to find shifts and changes in your emotion, in your ability to manage emotion, not control them, because we want to feel them. We don't want to have them and no, I'm not going to feel it, or no, I don't have it. No, we feel it. We allow it to pass. We give it its honor, its due, its just, because that's part of our process. What we have to also learn is how to enjoy the process, how to remember. If we're in a space in now that does not feel favorable, what we have to remember is that we have a place to go in the future as long as we keep moving forward. It's just a little bit of progress. It's all you need to keep going. If you can see a little bit of progress, then you know that you have something in the future. Okay? Hello, Kayan. Welcome to everybody. We're going to do the Oath of Manifestation again. Kayan says healing is a confronting of self. Yes. Yes. Confronting the self. Hey, Barbara. Welcome. Allowing, accepting, aligning. I like that. Allowing, accepting, aligning. Hello, hello. Welcome, brothers. Say hi. But thank you, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see. Do I have any cards close? You know, I think I'm going to do a reading on YouTube if I'm going to do a reading. So follow me over on YouTube, More with Amora, because I haven't been over there for a little bit, and I want to give them some love. So I love you guys. Let's do the Oath of Manifestation one more time. You can find it on my website at More with Amora. Oh, I was going to give you my email address, so maybe somebody needs it. Email me if you'd like to work with me. I am doing a couple of specials for the apocalypse. Let's get your soul right before you die, everybody. I'm joking. I kid, guys. That's religion. That's what I've been taught all my life. That's why I always wanted to please God so bad, because Armageddon was supposed to come at any moment. Like, literally, that's how we're taught. And y'all know I've been working through a lot of my religious Jehovah's Witness trauma in the past couple months, which is tied to also my mommy traumas. And so I am definitely, again, like I said, we have been trained from the beginning to love God. Like, and I really did. I always wanted to be like, I wanted to be God's favorite. Like, that was just who I was. But the thing is, they dangled this carrot of Armageddon in front of me. So it was like every moment, not only did I want to please God, but I was afraid that I was displeasing him, or that maybe y'all. Do you know how stressful this is for a 12, 13, 15-year-old? And then you add hormones to it? What? Y'all, do you know how conflicted I don't even know. Have I told anybody this before? Well, yeah. The elders. But I don't know if it... So I got baptized. I've been a minister since I was, I became an actual minister at 12 and then got baptized. So Jehovah's Witness, I got baptized as a baby, as a Catholic. I was not raised. My mom and dad were both Catholics. My dad, Roman Catholic, like Latinos, and my mom's side of the family was just Catholic, right? And so I was baptized as a Catholic baby, but then when I was like 3, my mom started to become a Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't baptize babies. They're like, the baby doesn't know He's not giving an oath to God, like he's not vowing anything to God. Once you vow to God, that's how they get you, right? So once you vow yourself to God and then you get baptized, that's when you're like, really, you're tied in there. If you displease God, it's over for you. It's over. It's over for you, okay? So I got baptized at 16. Most people get baptized as adults, but I was raised in, they call it the truth. I was raised in the truth, and being raised in the truth, it's like a race to who's going to be the most best Jehovah's Witness child. And so then there's like a little quiet competition, and we're all getting baptized at like 15, 16, 17, right? My little fast behind I didn't lose my virginity. I'm not going to say lose because I didn't lose it. I did not offer my virginity on a platter. Okay, I didn't offer it either. It was an accident. I didn't accidentally. Anyway, till I was like a month before I turned 19. But where was I going with this story? Where was I going with telling my baptism? So at 16, I'm like, and it's like a whole process, right, to get baptized. So first you're preaching. I have like tons of folks I'm doing Bible study with. I'm doing Bible study with folks from my school. I'm doing Bible study with folks that I done found knocking door to door. What are y'all talking about? Naomi said yesterday, religious person send me to hell. She said yesterday, a religious person sent me to hell because I don't want to believe that the world is coming to an end. Oh, Naomi, that's funny. Oh, goodness. Barbara said, woo, child. Okay. So we get baptized at these things called conventions or assemblies. It's when like a whole bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses get together, and it's like a whole spectacle. And so they usually rent like a convention center or auditorium, something that has a pool. And then there's like, you get in the pool with your modest clothing, and everybody's like sitting watching you. And then the elders dunk you and baptize you, right? And there's like rules, like if your feet lift up, you have to do it again. And you have to hold your hand like this. Like there's this whole thing. So you have to like practice before you even go. And you have to be an exemplary Christian. So, of course, I'm going to be an exemplary Christian, right? Or so they thought. Because the night before my little fast behind got baptized, I snuck my little boyfriend. You see? Because I wasn't having sex. That's why I brought up the sex. Because I wasn't having sex. But I snuck my little boyfriend in the house with my parents, my mom, and my stepfather sleeping upstairs at 16. Girl! What were you doing? You did not need to then get baptized the next day, according to the rules, right? So that started my life of guilt. Huge guilt, because I sat with that from the very beginning. Because again, so at the convention, you're sitting there, and then there's a brother that gives this whole talk of, now you are ready to dedicate your life to the one true and only God. And he is a jealous God, and he smites people, and he kills people at Armageddon, and, all this stuff. And so, yeah, until I left, so I felt guilty about everything I've ever done, because I always felt God had said no on this, no on this, no on this. No, like I was only allowed to wear 2 rings total because God didn't want me to do more. Couldn't wear red lipstick because God didn't like that. Couldn't wear anklets. So then as I got out the Jehovah's Witnesses and I got disfellowshipped, I started to do all these things and really had to work on my conscience, because they had trained my conscience to be afraid of everything or to feel guilty about everything. And guilt and shame, that is a lower, like, on the emotional scale, that's lower than fear, because you don't talk about things that you feel guilt and shame over. Those are the things, and I'm bringing this up obviously because those are the things that help us work on our emotional fitness. That's the shadow work. The things that we don't even want to talk about, we don't even want to bring up. And depending on who you are. Like for me, my conscience, they hit, because they're always talking about training your conscience. Brothers and sisters, train your conscience, not to the world, but to the Bible, right? So my conscience was super sensitive. So I'm feeling guilt over wearing red lipstick. Not just like, oh, I had sex. Like, no, that didn't start till later. Oh my gosh, y'all. Every man I've ever had sex with from 19 until I stopped feeling guilty about sex at 30. At 30, because the man I had started dating at 30, and this was the first time I had ever even thought about this, because I wasn't having sex. And he was like, well, why aren't you having sex? And this is when we first started dating. And I was like, because, God and blah, 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 blah. And he was serious. He just looked at me and he was like, God don't give a fuck who you have sex with. And I was like, what? But I had never even thought of that. And him just saying that made me then think, because I had been out the Jehovah's Witnesses for more than 10 years, but I had that idea had not been brought into my space until that time. And I was like, I was so confused. But everybody I had ever had any type of anything with from 14 until sex at 19 and then sex again at 30. I mean, I was having sex in between, but I just felt guilty. Like I would pray after even when I had a boyfriend, it didn't have to be like having sex with someone I wasn't in love with. Anytime, anything, because from 3 to 19, masturbation too, because they would tell us that demons were watching. God was watching, but God's gonna turn his eye and then the demons can watch. I don't want demons watching me while I get off. Like, what is this? So I would just really, it would be horrifying. And then I would feel guilty and I would then probably drink or smoke cigarettes. I wasn't even smoking marijuana. That was cigarettes. Y'all. Okay. So thank you for listening to all of that. I hope it helped somebody because it helped me. I don't know why. But the Jehovah's Witnesses and the getting baptized. Oh yeah, tattoos. Yes, I got my first tattoo at 18. Katia said lipstick, tattoos, crop tops, edgy hair, etc. I was shamed because I had a child at 20. Like God no longer favored me because I sinned. Yep, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Katia says, I am the woman I am today because of all the things I couldn't do at church. Oya says, yes, so much guilt and shame. Glad I broke those chains. I'm glad you broke them too. Yes, we are in the process of breaking them, not just for ourselves, but for those after us, those in our family, those our friends, those, and we don't have to go out talking shit. We don't have to go out like, why are you dealing with religion? It's all a lie. Like, all we have to do is speak our truth. This is just my truth. These are my stories. Like, this has nothing to do with what you should do. You do what is good for you. Naomi says, that is what religion does. It makes you scared. I agree. But girl, that's what Leah just said. Girl, what else? Yes, and yes. Yes, Katia, demons, especially if you masturbate. Like as a Jehovah's Witness, you better not touch yourself. Whoa, heck no. Because literally that's when the demons can get you. That's when the demons come for you. I mean, but demons were always coming for us. Like we couldn't go see, my first rated R movie was Coming to America at 18 years old. Coming to America at 18 years old. I had not seen a rated R movie before that. I was that sheltered. Because I moved out of my mama's house at 18. At my mom and stepdad's house at 18. And so that was the first movie I had seen. And then, so I started watching all these rated R movies, right? Which was difficult at first because I was still like, I don't want to mess up my conscience. And that's what they taught you. They said, and of course, I'm still parts and bits and pieces of this stuff is still brainwashing me now, or still part of my brainwashing that I'm unfolding now. But at the beginning, like what they would tell us is that you have to work on keeping your conscience. Like you don't go looking for information. You don't go watching movies. Because that will change who you are. That will change your mindset. That will ruin your conscience. And I remember, this is how they used to talk about the conscience. Like they'd be like, let's say this is your conscience. And every time you do something like watch a rated R movie or listen to a they didn't have podcasts back then, or listen to somebody talking something, you hit the side of your conscience, and a bit of it chips, and then it chips and it chips, and the more you do, the ends chip, and then now your conscience doesn't. Oh, that's what it was like. It pricks you, so it hits your conscience, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't do this, but then you do it again, and it hits it again, and you're like, oh, wait, I shouldn't do this, and by the end of it, you have a circle instead of a square. And so now you're just living all willy-nilly, and your conscience isn't pricking you. But that's literally how they taught us. They taught us to feel guilty. They taught us to have our conscience so sensitive that anything we do, it bothers us. And then not only that, but they put you in spaces, and you're supposed to tell on everyone else that is doing the same thing, or that is doing what you see. It's like, brother over here, oh, brother so-and-so, I saw them at the club, or brother so-and-so, so it's a keeping each other in line type thing too. So yeah, y'all, be grateful, because if you're watching me, you obviously are outside of the constructs of the masses. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. I used to lie to my mom about going to the Kingdom Hall when I stayed with my dad on weekends, because he let me choose to watch cartoons instead. At age 7 to 9, I would put my church dress on and tell her that we went. Yep. No, we were not allowed to go visit my dad unless we promised. And but we were so trained. My mom had us, not even my mom, because she was doing what they told her. We were all so trained that I wouldn't want to go visit my dad unless he took me to the Kingdom Hall. Debbie says, hard stuff. My mom married a minister. My uncle is a minister. My father-in-law. The struggle is real. And they have their own, And Angelique said, thank you for telling that story. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys care. Hello, Emmanuel. Welcome. Debbie says, and my husband is an ordained minister, but we left the church together. Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. And it's just interesting because granted, like, who knows what is going down. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, Tuesday was Nisan 14th. So as a Jehovah's Witness, Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate any holidays other than the memorial of Jesus Christ's death, which coincides usually with the Passover, although Jehovah's Witnesses pride themselves on using the actual whatever calendar, blah, blah, blah. So they go by Nisan 14 because that was the day that yada, yada, huda, ada, da, da. And so that was Tuesday. And so on Sunday, apparently, my dad gets a phone call from my stepfather inviting him to their online memorial service and to make sure that I got the information. So they must, like I mentioned a while ago, that this is like the end for the Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm sure like they're really on point when it comes to like, this is Armageddon. And I know it's because that's how I was raised. I know the signs and this is it. And so for them to reach out, I know they're like, oh, this is it. Let's go get heathen ass some more. Give her one last chance to repent and come back to the flock. Ooh, the flock. Y'all. I should do another video because I do believe this is the separation of the sheep and the goats. And even just those two. I should save that. Hi, Caroline. Hello. She says, oh, the programming we must unravel. Yes, and yes. And then, have y'all talked about the microchips? Religion stops you to become your true self. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but then some people need that because they need something to latch on to. Because once you give up religion, that's a different ball game. Because now you don't have the flock of sheep to fall on. You don't have Jesus to give all your cares to. You have to actually work through your cares You have to actually work on your mindset instead of just praying for God to take it away from you. Like that's accountability. That's y'all. I'm yeah, no. He's the whiz and he lives in us. He's the wizard. So the Oath of Manifestation, find it on my website at morewithamore.com/manifestation. That's another one. I'm going to do all of the dances, all of the hand dances to say /manifestation. Y'all, ignore me. Now that I gave you all of my little sexual business, my little child business, I mentioned it in a post the other day too about my first hater. Have y'all heard her? Angelica. It was spelled Angelica. It was spelled Angelica, but she made everybody call her Angelica because she was Jamaican, she said. She was Jamaican, and she didn't just say it. She was. Pero she was my first hater. In kindergarten. See, this is why I say, little Lamora. In kindergarten, I dared Jonathan to show me his penis on the playground twice. And the second time he did it. And so what did she do? She told on me. She went and I got 4 red lights. My mom had to come to the school, talk to Miss Wrestler. That was my kindergarten teacher. She had to talk to Miss Wrestler. And all I know is after school, we went to the library and found 2 books that were cartoon. They were children's books on sex. Because my mom was like, apparently this little girl needs the conversation. So yeah, I had the conversation about sex at 5 because I wanted to see a penis. I knew there was something different because my mom always told us that girls had vaginas and boys had penises. And kindergarten was the first time I had ever really been with a boy where I could ask him to show me his penis. So I don't understand what the problem was. I didn't ask to put it in my hand or anything. Like, I just wanted to see. I know what mine looks like. Can you show me yours? It was like a science experiment, a spiritual science experiment, now that I look back. So Angelica, she told Miss Wrestler, I get the sex talk. We're still in the same school, Natural Bridge Elementary School in Miami, Florida. And now we're in second grade, Miss Forbes' class. Miss Forbes never got out of her seat unless we were going to lunch. She had us write, and I had really nice handwriting, so she would always ask me to write on the board. But then she would get up to go to lunch. She was about 400 pounds, too. She was so mean. Oh, my gosh, Miss Forbes. Anyway, so now we're in second grade, sorry. That was kindergarten. I can't remember my first grade teacher's name. Second grade is Miss Forbes. Miss Forbes' class, Angelica is there again. No, this was third because she wasn't in Miss Forbes' class. She was in Mr. Brodach's class. Mr. Brodach, he was Jewish, and his name was spelled Brodach, and he made us, every time we said his name, we had to pronounce the at the end because he was Jewish. That's what he said. He said, it's Brodach. And so, and so if he did not hear the at the end, he would not answer us. Anyway, so 3rd grade, Angelica is in my class again. And this time, I don't need penis, right? I'm not asking to see penis. Now, I'm in love with fire. I loved fire in third grade. Well, I think I loved it before then. I don't know how, but I got my hands on some matches. And I was in the cafeteria, and I lit a match. I had never lit a match before because had I known that it was going to fill up the smell of the entire cafeteria, to give Angelica the opportunity to tattle on me again. Can you believe this? So then, Mr. Godfrey comes over. No, that wasn't his name. His name, maybe it was Mr. He was the music teacher. He kind of looked like Billy Ray Cyrus. Everybody thought he was cool. But Angelica told him that I lit the match in the cafeteria. So he comes over, asks me, I'm not a good liar. I don't lie. Plus, I had the matches. And I got in trouble. And I had to spend a day of indoor suspension that was not on my record. But I had a day of indoor suspension because I was playing with fire in the cafeteria. That was embarrassing. But yeah, Angelica. Or maybe she was an angel. Angelica. Caroline says, I wonder what Angelica is up to today. Me too. I want to know. She also had a thing because, like I said, my dad, since before I was born, my dad has been a news anchor. So he's always been on TV. I have never known my dad to do anything other than be on television for a job. And so when he would come to my school, all the teachers knew him because he was the news guy. And so, if he came over or whatever, the teachers would be like, oh, Mr. Grignon, I watch you every day. And so she was super jealous. And so she would talk about how her dad was a Jamaican prince in Jamaica. We're in Miami, boo. We're in Miami now, okay? People know my dad. We're not in Jamaica, okay? See, and Lil Lamar was not that. She was very, not insecure. I guess maybe she was insecure, but that was not the way she talked. That's me being petty right now. Lil Lamar wanted Angelica. Oh my God. She also stabbed me with a pencil in kindergarten. I'm just remembering this stuff. It was over here. It was a mechanical pencil. And she stabbed me with it, and nobody believed me. It was during story time. Nobody believed me. What is happening? What? Her name was Angelica Freeman. I should Google. Can someone check? I'm going to see what Angelica is doing see if she's on Facebook. Angelica Freeman from Jamaica and Miami. Oh my gosh. I wonder, she'd probably be like, who are you? But this is, y'all, isn't this funny? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is great for me because I'm allowing things to boil to the surface. Even, of course, this full moon in Libra, it's about things coming to light. And who knows? So here's the other thing. When it comes to our emotional fitness, when it comes to healing work, when it comes to allowing stuff to come up, sometimes, this sounds petty. This sounds childish. This sounds very small. But when I was a child, when I was that small, what did that do to my little brain in the growth process? For instance, I literally wanted to just see a penis because I knew, knowledge-wise, my mom prepared us. She was one of, I feel like she knew, she obviously knew. She prepared me and my sister always, if we're not with her, we sleep together. We always, if anybody touches you, you let me know. You look like this, boys, so, like I said, she was very specific on girls have vaginas, boys have penises, these are my breasts, I don't, it was very... So I literally was just curious and I wanted to see a penis. I asked and then I get in trouble. So what did that do to the little psyche of a 5-year-old? Now she's afraid of penis. Maybe that's probably partly why I was able to remain a virgin till I was 19. Well, a month before I was 19. Maybe I was afraid of penis, and God, obviously. But so allowing this stuff to come up and reworking it, giving yourself permission, giving your little self permission to also feel okay with it. It's not, You don't have to be ashamed. That's just what society wasn't in a controlled environment. So of course there's going to be repercussions. You don't do certain things in society. But now, as an adult, you can see, oh, little Amora was just being curious. Little Amora doesn't have to feel shame. Little Amora, even with the fire, like, you got my ass in trouble when I use fire to help people now. I use fire every day with these candles. I use fire with the sun. I use the fire within my body. But yet you have traumatized little Amora. So unless I go back and I start to give her that honor, like, oh, maybe that was difficult for her, then that starts to dismantle those subconscious things that we didn't even know were affecting us. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Janae said, I am dead. Leatrice, 4 lights. Yes, that was our punishment. If we were good, it was like a stoplight. We each had our name and it was a stoplight. And if we were good, we got green lights. And if we were okay, like a mediocre day, we would get yellow lights. But if we did something bad, we had up to 4 red lights. And usually it's 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. And Jonathan was the only one that ever had red lights. He was the bad kid in class. Why did I ask him? Because I figured he'd be fine with it, probably. But he was, and not bad. You know what? He was probably the only other magical child in that damn class. Because he would not, unless he was just on Mountain Dew. I don't know. He would not sit still. Oh, gosh. Oh, Angelica. I'm going to have to ask, what is she doing? I'm going to have to go check her out. How many red lights did you get, and what are red lights? You're going to have to watch so the red lights are what, did I just explain it? Yeah, so if we were bad, we would get red lights. If we were good, we would get green lights. I always had 4 green lights. Like, by the end of the day, I'm always a teacher's helper. Like, I was smart. I knew how to read before I went to kindergarten. So, like, I was an exemplary child. I just needed to see what a penis looked like. I had everything else. I don't need your stupid numbers or your apples. Like, my grandmother was a teacher. My mom was a teacher. Like, I didn't need it. I needed the social part. Show me something I can't see at home. Give little Amora a break, okay? Give her a break. You can't give her half of the information. You tell her to look out, but then you don't show her. Like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Angelique. Yes, but she definitely stabbed me on this shoulder. I remember. Barbara says, allowing it to come up and looking at it from a different perspective is so therapeutic. Exactly. Or afraid of asking out of curiosity and getting in trouble. Right. So anytime I'm curious about something, maybe the switch is, no, you're going to get in trouble. 4 is the number of law. That was very scarring. Ooh, see? Maybe that's why I also don't like authority. All right, guys. Oath of manifestation. Did we do it the second time, or did I just keep talking? I don't remember. Let's do it again. This oath is done every day with the partner, spoken out loud with tremendous feeling and emphasis. Barbara. I'm going to use that now. Barbara said, for educational purposes, can you show me your penis? Yes, I'm going to do that now. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, that really got me. Thank you for that one. But yes, I think that's what I give. I give her more credit. She was just on her learning curve. All right, she just wanted to see what they had been talking about. I accept and receive you can find it on my website at morewithamora.com/manifestation. This oath is done every day with a partner or here on Manifest and Chill with me every day, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is done every day with a partner, spoken out loud with tremendous feeling and emphasis. It can be said many times throughout the day, recorded and listened to with your smartphone. Angelique said, gonna be like Lil Boosie. $1,000, give me your penis on the thigh. If y'all don't know, you gotta know Boosie. It's not funny if you don't know who Boosie is. Wait, $1,000. Show me your penis on live. No, because men will do it. No, that does not work. I just wanted to see that one. Okay, I'm specific about the penises I want to see. Thank you very much. Penis comes a mile a minute. They're everywhere. It's the ones you want to see. Those are the ones you must use for educational purposes. Emotional fitness and mastery. Can you master your emotion with the beautiful specimen in your area? I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, unexpected wellness, coming in unexpected ways, from unexpected places in my life and the lives of others. I am constantly guided. This helps boost your immune system. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. It's my acceptance that makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide, we're going to do a little lymph massage. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely. I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have, and I am grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness. No matter what the appearances are, God, love is all there is, and I let the God times roll. And so it is, Ashe, Amen. Highest will for all be done again and again and again and again. Yes, we should start getting our circulation and everything moving while we do this. So we speak it, and then let's use our bodies to move it and have it in our area, in our space. Thank you for the conversation today. It was quite fun. I had a good time. Not as good a time as if, you know what I mean. Let's listen to some music. Let's go to this one. Oh no, I'll play that one tomorrow. We should have a whiz week. Maybe I'll have a whole whiz week. No, we're gonna do this one. Don't let nobody bring you no bad news, y'all. Evelyn! They got a little beat to it though. Hey. No bad news. I wish I could show you guys the video. Don't your body bring me no bad news. You can be my best of friends. No bad news. No bad news. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. No bad news. Bring me something I can use. Don't bring me no bad news.